What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So this is where we at here. Of course, we're still going viral with this situation about the Carmelo Anthony and Metcalf situation that went down. And of course, now now we're seeing all the, some of the black community coming out of the woodwork, talking out of the side of their necks about, the different situations. We're hearing different scenarios. Metcalf was dealing with Carmelo's girlfriend, all types. It's just crazy out here. It's crazy. So we're going to go here now. We're going to check this out. Apparently, Carmelo's father had something to say. All of a sudden, these people pop up out the woodwork. So let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
So the father of Carmelo Anthony, who is the 17-year-old teen who stabbed and killed the other 17-year-old teen, Austin Metcalf, at a track meet, is now saying that, his son was a good kid and he didn't do anything wrong and he had a 3.7 GPA and he was a good kid and he wasn't the aggressor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And again, this is what I tell black people. You never hold your children and you never hold each other accountable when this stuff happens.
Right.
And the reason that you have a 17-year-old black kid, Carmelo Anthony, that literally stabbed and killed this other young boy, Austin Metcalf, took his life, destroyed that family's life, and also destroyed his own life because he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. And the reason that they are like this is because they do not have discipline. They do not have parents around. And even he couldn't have possibly had a father around. Now the father's trying to run out to the media and he's trying to say, he's a good kid. He didn't do nothing, et cetera, et cetera. That father could not have possibly been in this young man's life, because if he was really that good, if he was really the good kid that the father is saying that he would not have had a knife and he would not have gotten into an altercation with another 17-year-old kid and stabbed him and killed him. Okay, this is not something that quote unquote good kids do.
Right. So, at that point right there, now the father's coming out of the woodwork. Okay, where were you, sir, all this time? Because, to have a father in your life, and I'm not saying that's 100% foolproof. Don't get me wrong. Look at the Menendez brothers, But all I'm saying is that in majority of cases, if you do have a father in the household with a stable mindset, that's, that a good spiritual leader, things like that, you're going to end up with decent children. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to keep diving because guess what? Now we're going to get to the situation here where we're going to hear a lot of these bats out here talking out the side of their neck about this situation with this young man here. And this is crazy right here. And this is, these black people are losing their minds about a situation like this. This young man shouldn't have been there. Let's keep going now. Let's check this out. Hold on, my bad.
In a world where George Zimmerman walked free for going out of his way to kill an unarmed innocent black teen for walking in a neighborhood, when Curtis Reeves walked free for shooting someone because they threw popcorn on him during an argument, when Daniel Perry walked free for going out of his way to kill an unarmed homeless man, when Kyle Rittenhouse walked free for going out of his way to cross state lines to shoot protesters, I refuse to have sympathy for a white kid who started a fight that he couldn't finish. Keep your hands to yourself. This is an unfortunate case of self-defense, and I give my condolences to all parties. It's weird that y'all are using this tragedy to be racist, completely tarnishing the fact that a kid lost his life. To the point where Austin Metcalf's own father had to come out and say that y'all need to stop making this a race issue.
Now, at this point, he kind of contradicted himself to a small degree. Now, he was talking about George Zimmerman, all those situations. Now, those situations are totally different from this one. And then he also went to say that Metcalf, was out there starting things and stuff like that. No, sir. Metcalf didn't start anything. That young Carmelo was where he wasn't supposed to be. He was not supposed to be in that tent at all. He was not supposed to be there, period. And to sit there and say that, somebody started something, somebody comes to your house that is not supposed to be there, that you don't know, you're going to get rid of these people. You're going to remove them from your property. And these are just facts right here. I can't stand when people don't really actually want to hold people accountable. Now, I'm not saying George Zimmerman, all them people were, in the right neither. Don't get me wrong on that. But all I'm saying is, though, in this particular situation right here, the facts are the facts. This young man was not supposed to be there. Let's keep going here. Let's check this out.
So I really wanted to come on here and talk about the Carmelo Anthony situation, bro. So this is what I'm hearing from my point of view. And if I got a mistake, go ahead and correct me in the comments. I'm not tripping. So a black male was sitting under a tent in the opposing team side. Two people came and confront this black dude and tells him, hey, you need to move. You're not supposed to be on this side. Bro didn't move. He stayed there for whatever reason. I don't really know. These two kids decides to punch him, break his phone, and beat him up. The black male proceeds.
I haven't heard anything about breaking phones. Okay.
To take a weapon out of his backpack and use it for whatever reason. Keep in mind, I did say two people came up to this one individual. Two. So now let me get to my standpoint of what I see. This really hurts me to say this, bro, like dead ass serious, bro. As a black community, we have to do better, bro. I'm seeing freaking people of my skin like reposting bullshit, bro. Wait till the full story come out and then fucking repost it. I'm seeing people say, why does he got a knife at a track meet? What? Bro, this dude is black. Y'all don't know what we go through, bro. This dude could be living in the ghetto, bro. Real shit. It's crazy that nobody.
What does living in the ghetto have anything to do with bringing a knife to a track meet? What I mean, like, what is that? What is he trying to say? What does that mean? And then you bring a weapon from your home, wherever you come from. You go to a place to sit down somewhere where you know you're not supposed to be. Carmelo knew he wasn't supposed to be under that tent. He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. That was not his place. His team was way on the other side. His school or whatever. He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. And this trying to defend this young man for his egregious actions to go out and try to deliberately start something, and the communities just come together. Oh, well, you know, I can't stand these posts. They're talking about, you know what I'm saying, he brought a knife to the track meet. It doesn't matter that he brought a knife to the track. Yeah, it does matter. Why is he walking around with a knife at 17 years old? What's going on there? So
somebody just really thought, hey, maybe this kid had a similar situation that happened. That's why he keeps a knife on him. Like the fuck? And I'm not
at 17 years old. Then maybe you need to figure some other things out. Then talk to your parents, talk to your people. What? Okay.
Not taking sides by any means, but I'm just saying we need to do better by standing by our fucking people, bro. Hey, I'm not trying to be a fucking guru, but this shit just irks me to my fucking soul. My mama always told me, keep your motherfucking hands to yourself, bro. You can't handle what the other person gonna do to you, bro. Real shit. These people do not have the authority to put their fucking hands on this kid, bro.
The authority. That boy came into their space. He came into their side. He came into basically their house, if you want to put it that way. The authority.
When I look at it, I didn't know the motherfuckers was teachers. I didn't know these people were administrators to tell him, hey, move. Let the teachers do their job, man. The people at the track meet. I used to run track, so I know it's people at the track meet. It's higher people there for sure. These kids, bro, come on, bro. Do fucking better. Then you got some people, well, he's taking pictures with bro, they got pictures with just because it's not in ghetto clothes and stuff like that, it doesn't make it more better. Like, come on, bro. Think, bro. This shit is saddening. I'm sorry somebody had to lose their life, but y'all need to stop being biased and come correct, bro.
You need to take your own advice too. Sorry, but dude was in the wrong all the way around. And these are just the facts. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo shouldn't have been there in the first damn place. And I'm gonna keep saying it. All right, so here we go. Let's check this one out. This is crazy out here, people.
This is my take on that Carmelo Anthony situation, man. Stop putting your hands on niggas like this 1927. We got that switch. We got them hands. We got weapons now. Shit not finna slide no more.
Now, hold on here. If he had hands, why he had to pull out the knife?
So what the French toast is there to think about?
If he had hands, why did he have to pull out the knife? Because nobody else there had any weapons now. And I'm pretty sure the police did their due diligence to search the scene. So nobody else had weapons now. There's not even a report that anybody else up under that tent had weapons. He was the only one that had a knife in his backpack.
Come on, little brother. So all y'all make America. Why was he over there at their track meet? Why was he under their tent? It don't fucking matter. Don't touch him.
Oh, it do matter. You don't go to somebody else's spot and then invade their space and then tell them it don't matter that I'm here. Who do you think you are?
Pussy. You put on a fucking shirt. But keep your hands to yourself. If old big ass double dose twins would have kept their motherfucking hands to themselves, you'd have still alive right now if niggas ain't gassing up. This crime wouldn't have happened if old boy just would have stayed in this fucking lane and let dude chill. He'd probably talk to some hoes or something. Now you know twin not finna back down in front of no hoes. So I mean,
what's up with this twin shit? What the fuck is this new age crap? You know, twin not back down from your house. Twin not finna back down from your house. What?
Why would you even try to play him like that? I would do the same thing. Two big ass cornbread.
I bet, and your dumb ass will be in prison too.
Fed goddamn boys push up on me. But I'm protecting myself. And brother, me bro looks small. Two of the same people versus one person is insane. Go ahead, grab a weapon. I don't blame him. Fuck.
Boy, see, and this is the issue in the black community right here. When we got ignorant people like this talking out the side of their necks, talking out the side of his neck. So you're going to invade somebody's space, then sit there and demand them to put you out or try to provoke them to put you out or say that, you know, I'm here. You ain't going to do nothing about it, basically, because that's basically what Carmelo said to them boys, to Metcalf. And and you gonna be to tell me it's okay that he gonna pull out the blade and go to and cut up Metcalf real quick, but you know what they'll do right here? I just showed you talking about what we got the switch, we got blades, we got hands. Okay, if he had hands, why didn't he use them? If he had hands, why he didn't use his hands? Come on, man. Come on. All right, so we're about to go here now. And yeah, got my boy in the joint, you know what I'm saying? The Black Conservative. Y'all need to check him out. So listen, look, he's gonna read an article for us and things like that. And we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, give our commentations, things like that as well. Let's go here now.
Right. I've been doing this job for a long time now, and I've seen this happen over and over and over again, where with stories like this, reality becomes distorted because you have people making up things. Okay. You have fake posts, you have all types of stuff coming out that just distorts the truth.
And that's what I was talking about with the fake posts. Yeah. You know, I'm giving my commentary too. Yeah. About things I was hearing, you know, about Metcalf was messing with the guy's girlfriend, or you know, they had an altercation previously, or there's video footage of the altercation. Okay, so where's all this stuff at? What if that's the case? Then why is it not being posted? If somebody has actual video footage of this situation, why don't you post that shit? I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying? So your numbers would go up on social media so quickly if you would post that video of that altercation. I guarantee you it would.
Because they don't want the truth, right? The truth is inconvenient, right? The truth is that this is murder, right? That's the truth, okay? That this is inexcusable, but people are literally doing mental gymnastics to make up excuses for why murdering somebody is okay, right? And one of the things they're doing is that they're now trying to make up a story and say, well, you don't understand. Carmelo Anthony was being bullied, okay? He was getting jumped. He had his phone broken. All this stuff that they're claiming happened, even though there's no evidence whatsoever that this stuff happened. And I'm going to tell you guys where they're getting the claim from. But I want to read some of this article because this article is going to outline what people who are actually there said happened. And you're going to see that all of this stuff, these stories that are being made up, again, they're just being made up in defense of the black teenager. One witness reportedly told police that the victim, Austin Metcalf, had told the suspect, Carmelo Anthony, he would need to move out from under his team's tent. The affidavit stated, Anthony is a student at Centennial High School who was reportedly sitting under Memorial High School tent. Upon telling him this, the witness told police that Anthony opened his bag and reached inside. Touch me and see what happens, Anthony told Metcalf, according to a witness. Metcalf reportedly then touched Anthony. The witness told a responding officer, and Anthony told Metcalf to punch him and see what would happen. Soon afterward, the witness said Metcalf reportedly grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, at which point the affidavit continues. Anthony reportedly pulled out what the witness recalled as a black knife and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest before running away. Metcalf reportedly started grabbing his chest and telling people to get help, the witness told police.
So before the black conservative keeps going, listen, look, what did he just say? The boy stabbed Metcalf and then ran away. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if you were supposed to be there, if you were sanctioned to be in this vicinity right here, in this section, why would you run after something like this? If you was actually really defending yourself, if you was really standing your ground, if you was really right for being there, why would you run?
The affidavit shows that another witness interviewed by police told the same story about the altercation occurring inside Memorial High School tent. Okay, so I want you guys to understand. Multiple witnesses told the same story, right? This story that is being told by the witnesses, people who are actually there, none of them say that Anthony was being jumped. Okay, none of them say that Anthony was struck, that he was hit. Okay, what they're saying is that Austin Metcalf tried to move Anthony, right? Because Anthony basically provoked him and said, hey, touch me and see what happens. Okay. And Austin tried to move him. There's some stories that say that Austin pushed him. But again, all this stuff about, oh, a phone was broken and he was being jumped by two white boys. There's no witness accounts, as far as I know, that back up that side of the story, right? I'm just saying. There's no evidence that that actually happened. Okay. No evidence at all. So you have a relative, an alleged relative, Kevin Haynes, wrote that Anthony, quote, defended himself against violent aggressors. He called the victim and his twin brother bullies, said they tried to jump him, and claimed that they tried to take Anthony's belongings, broke his phone, and stomped on it. Now, this comes from a Facebook post that is going viral because, again, this is where a lot of the misinformation comes from. Random people on Facebook start saying a whole bunch of stuff, and then people take it as gospel, even though there's no evidence of this being what happened. Okay, so yeah, they're making up all types of stuff that, again, does not align with the information that we know, right? The verified information that we know. Okay, and this is clearly not a case of self-defense. And all these people out here talking about, oh, Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman and all these other people bringing up all this other stuff, they don't understand that fundamentally, again, these are different cases. Okay, they're trying to make comparisons that are not relevant, right? In this case, stand your ground does not apply when you're talking about a physical altercation that does not involve weapons, okay, or lethal weapons, and then all of a sudden is being escalated to a lethal situation.
Basically. And, you know, that's my point that I said earlier in the broadcast, that, you know, he already had a weapon on him. He already had a weapon. Those other young men were there for the sport. They were already there. He came over there where they were at with a weapon with arms in his backpack. And, you know, from what I showed you guys from the previous videos and stuff like that, with those cats trying to defend Anthony, you know, it's like, you know, well, he grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? No telling what's going on. So you're walking around at a track meet with a knife in your bag. Why? Who's going to attack you at a track meet? And then on the top of that, you took yourself over to the opposite school's team, their side, because he didn't go to school with Metcalf. He went to another school. even though they, of course, they stay in the same, area, but he was from another school.
Unnecessarily. This is not self-defense.
Something like this that just evolved and snowballed, that's what it seems like to me, snowballed over something that may have just been some high school students getting into some type of disagreement. And so the issue is that once that disagreement again begins to snowball, what is appropriate for self-defense? Whenever we're into just a oral disagreement, then that transfers over to a physical disagreement.
Mhm.
How does it transfer then to a knife? And so, and under Texas law, you have to provide equal or lesser value, generally, so force, whenever we're talking about self-defense. Is it reasonable and is it proportionate to that of what the perpetrator initiated before? Because in this situation, the suspect is stating he told the other person pretty much, don't touch me. And that person did, in fact, touch him, and then he pulled out a knife. So yes, maybe there was some issues there where we talked about physical altercations, but that doesn't give you the right or the responsibility to respond back with a knife.
Right. Come on now. We have to understand, we have to be real with this. That does not give you the right to pull out a knife in a physical altercation. If nobody else has weapons, or if nobody else has weapons, and I get, they're at a track meet. All these people are pretty much, late teens, 17 years old. Come on, man.
It has to be reasonable and proportionate.
Yeah, so clearly this is not self-defense, okay? You cannot provoke somebody by telling them, touch me and see what happens, right? But you're basically inviting somebody to have some type of physical confrontation with you, and then you turn around and you kill them for it, right? Like that's not how self-defense works, okay? That's not how it works at all, okay? So ultimately, at the end of the day, again, the part about this story that it's just extremely sad to me, and honestly, it just really, it's shameful, it really is at this point, is how people can have two different realities on a situation that, in my opinion, is just clear as day. They can have two different realities based off their racial biases. And we've seen this so many times, okay? I mean, like, for example, you guys remember the story about the city bike Karen, right? The white lady that got on an electric bike in New York City to go home, okay? And then these stories came out about how she stole the bike from some black teenagers, right? And that she physically took the bike from black teenagers. Again, a story that is just laughable on his face, right? A pregnant white nurse basically physically took a city bike from black teenagers. And then the receipts came out showing that the story of the black teenagers was in fact incorrect, right? Just factually incorrect. But you still have race hustlers like Rashard Ritchie out here defending the black teenagers, again, because they're black.
Hey. Right. So it is what it is at this point. Yes. Yes. Shout out to the Black conservative. Real talk. Listen, look, man, these are just the facts, about the situation. He had no business being there. And also, too, why was he even carrying a knife? For what? Who he thought he had to defend himself from? And then at the same time, too, okay, if he had to defend himself from somebody, it wasn't nobody under that tent because he wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. But then, too, we have all these issues in the black community and things like that of talking out the side of our neck and not getting proper information and things like that. And also, too, us just not accepting the true facts about a situation and what it really is. That, this Carmelo Anthony kid did a horrible crime. He was where he wasn't supposed to be, and the people there didn't want him there, and he decided to retaliate with deadly force. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.